You're with me, let's go!
Rated M for mature.
Remember when PS3 commercials used to be really creepy like that? Yeah, we'll get to that later this year. Okay, time to enlist and ship out, folks. But first, before we even start that, who wants to hear about the absolute migraine project I had literally just half an hour before stream? Because I feel like I have to talk about this before we get into anything else tonight. So as you guys know, this is pretty much the first season where we're doing like full HD stuff. Not just for consoles and games, but even here on stream. Like I've tried to upscale everything as much as possible. You already know that, I'm running everything through a retro tank. It's all being upscaled to HDMI now. The problem with that I've been having as of lately is trying to rewire my setup so, everything flows in a better order is actually making it worse somehow. And what I mean by that is this week's project is I tried to replace the HDMI splitter that I have, even though it wasn't really broken. I guess the old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I was trying to replace the HDMI splitter with something, more newer, more high-tech, whatever, because the HDMI splitter that I have is literally something that I just pulled out of storage that I've had for however many years, using old HDMI cables and whatnot. Again, it was all working for the most part, but when I tried to update it, that's when it all went kaput. It all starts pretty much with this today. So this is a newer HDMI splitter, as you guys can see. There's only 3 inputs on this one compared to the one that I have. It's plugged in, I don't want to touch it right now, but compared to the one I have, it's from Radio Shack, actually, and it's 4. It doesn't really matter how many plugs it has, because I was only really using, like, 1 or 2. Like, one was for the component setup, getting everything from the retro tank into here, and then the other was just for the Switch, just kind of a placeholder. But likewise, with most of my splitter and switcher boxes, I need a way to get it one to the TV and then the other to the capture card. That's where this little cable comes in. As you can see, there's this end goes into the output on the splitter box. I'm just using this as a demonstration. So then I could use these 2 ports here. One goes to the TV and then one goes to the capture card. Sounds fair enough, right? This is when I'm realizing a lot of this technology is not compatible with one another. And by that, I mean I've been kind of going left and right, switching out the HDMI splitters or whatever, trying different cables. I have 2 of these that I've tried. I went out yesterday, bought some new HDMI cables to replace my old HDMI cables. I'm trying to keep it all like the same brand just for consistency. I'm kind of just going off of either Insignia stuff at Best Buy, or truth be told, actually Walmart has a decent brand for some of their technology stuff. It's ONN or ON or whatever it is. But anyways, all that was to replace some of the older stuff that, again, I had just lying away in storage. This is one of my second other splitter boxes that only has 2 inputs and then 1 output. Yeah, the output's here. But like, what was happening yesterday and like the day before, and why I had to cancel the birthday stream with Adam, the splitter between here, like going out from one cable going into the TV and then the other going into the capture card, has been causing some interference, let's say. When I have one end going in, like I have one unplugged and then one going in one end, either the picture will show up but not the audio, or the audio will show up and not the picture. So it's like, this is again kind of weird new technology for me, even though everybody's having it. HDMI is the one cable, is pretty much universal now, where, both the video and the audio are all going into one cable versus, composite and component, where they're all split across, 3 different channels or whatever. trying to split, from what I've heard, from what I've been learning, trying to split both the audio and the video signal when they're on the same cable is a lot tougher than I imagined. And especially if they're coming from the same output port here. What I'm getting at this is the last couple of days when I've had both these ports connected, there's been some audio issues as that's been showing up. Like I'm getting the signal, the video signal out of both ends, but not the audio. And when I had Adam over the other day, I literally like unplugged and tried to replug everything together again for like an hour, and it still didn't work. I got it working for like one night, and then it just wouldn't work the other. And that's kind of where we've been on the fence for things right now. But it's ridiculous how much I spent just either buying around, pretty much wasting. I can't take it back now, it's out of the box. But like, how many of these that I've had to try, I eventually just fixed everything by putting everything back the way that it was. Again, it was all working fine, I just wanted to kind of condense it in some better way. But like, between the splitter box itself, and these, and now my old HDMI cables being replaced with new ones, which again I tested those. So the HDMI cables that I have now are saying, but like I have so many old HDMI cables now that I don't know what to do with. Thankfully, my job has basically a recycling center on site, so I can just take anything that I don't need there anymore. But this has been such a pain in the ass. In addition, I mean, this is not just for one console too. Granted, I have 20 other consoles that I have to worry about configuring now because I'm trying to get everything upscaled as much as possible, at least on the component side for right now. So sometimes it works with one console but not another. Like I remember earlier this week, like it was working with, I also have two component switch or splitter boxes now that I have so many consoles, so it was working with one box but not the other. Like I wouldn't get the picture out of it. I was testing it earlier today just to see if it was working. I threw on Call of Duty 4 on the PS3 just to see if I could play with that. Once I tried logging into the multiplayer though, it bricked the video output on my PS3, and it pretty much just froze my TV entirely, so I was scrambling to get that fixed, and I had to, refurbish, reset, or whatever things for half an hour. So I was scrambling to do all this stuff in time for stream, and I was like, am I not going to be able to stream tonight because of all these technical issues that I'm having? Whatever, we're here now, we're live, but God, it is a pain in the ass. I know I've already said it millions of times before, but guys, everybody has their own stream setup or whatever works for them. I'm just going to say off the bat, don't have the stream setup that I do. There's good components, no pun intended, of what is going on here, but putting it all together and then staring back and trying to explain how it works is a mess. I've essentially turned something that is simple as plug and play into plug and then push 17 million buttons across. Look how many fucking remotes I have now for all the things. Like, I've got one for the TV, one for the Retro Tink, one for my VCR, and this is just one for the PS3. In addition to all the other splitter boxes I have, like, this is another one for the splitter box. Technically, I have another one for the splitter box. The HDMI box that I just bought today, that's another one. God, Universal Remote's my ass. Okay, so now that I got that out of my system, let's continue the wars in our ports. Hopefully this all works together again for the umpteenth time I've tested this today. Okay, so we go back here, turn on the TV, then I gotta turn on the Retro Tank because all the component consoles are going through that now. Then I have to set the profile because each one has its own individual configuration that I still haven't finished doing yet. I have it on Xbox 360 just as default. And I've still got a whole bunch of other ones to do. Then I gotta turn on the PS3. Make sure that my HDMI splitter is turned on now, which it is. Sometimes I forget that. Okay, so the sound is coming out from both ends. I had the sound on my I have the sound coming out on my TV2 that I just shut it out. Fortunately, I'm not going to need that because it's all coming through here. And now we can go to our game. Yeah, I hate to say this cringeworthy as it is, I'm a little bit more of a hardcore, at least when it comes to my setup, than most of my friends. Maybe I should just give this stuff to Adam if I'm not going to be able to use it. I tried giving him a new TV. His mom wouldn't let him have it. But like he's got a whole bunch of consoles, especially he has 2 Switches now, so he's got a Switch 1 and a Switch 2. Maybe this should just be easier instead of having to manually unplug and replug everything. At least one box isn't as much of a fire hazard as the setup I have now. Like, I'm just looking around. Look at the fucking mess I've created for myself. Okay. Well, now that I got that out of the system for the first 10 minutes. This wasn't cheap either. This was like $50. This was a $50 thing that I just bought on the fly, hoping in vain that it would solve my problem again. It did not. I'm too frustrated to put it all away. Not stream right now. Okay. Okay. The continuing adventures of Sergeant Sesshomaru.
Lieutenant Cartwright, sir.
If you've come looking for a fight, you've found the place.
It seems the Chimera are up to something more than just digging tunnels. Say, look here. Who brought the yank?
By that time, word had already spread about.
Yeah, we already saw this last time.
However, Cartwright wasn't the type to be easily impressed, especially by an American. Cartwright's team.
The more I try to clean, the more of a
Instead
mess
of just
it
making
becomes.
tunnels, the Chimera were digging something
Yeah,
into the ground. At the time,
don't need
we
this,
started off
I
as
guess.
just another Chimera mystery. Our priority was
Didn't need to
seal off
buy
the
the
tunnels.
old HDMI adapter, but I can't get rid of it, so I guess I'll just give it to Adam if he wants it. Whether he likes it or not. That being said, the other point that I want to make, I do have 2 new pickups from yesterday while I was out and about. Actually, I got one yesterday and one in the mail today. So during our halftime break, we'll bust those out. Plus, I do have an update on one of my consoles. I was following earlier today. I'll show that when the time's right. Okay. This out of here, that out of here. Back to the battlegrounds. So, where we last left off from Monday.
Cartwright, Operation Shear has tied up the bulk of the Chimera defense in Nottingham.
Robin Hood is tying the knot in Nottingham. And I'm trying my damnedest not to say any British slurs. Oh, right, Neely. Off to an dandy start. Absolutely riveting. Oh, right. I screen kept that again. Un moment. I am once again not PS3 controls, and I should have been by this point. Never a better time to learn war than now. Back. Try not to use grenades instead of. This future is near. Don't let him eat. Blow. He's blowing chunks. Remember what I said last time when everybody tried to be the next Halo killer? Yeah, hate as much to admit, as much as I've been enjoying this game, Halo, this is not. Killzone was probably a better Halo killer game than this. Okay. No, talking into the side, so I gotta do that. Actually. Hello? There we go. Thought I crapped out on the mic again. Yeah, going back and looking at the VOD from Monday, it was kind of quiet the second half. Pick up.
Look sharp! Target those sentry guns before they rain hell down on us! Sergeant Hale, terminate those grinning buggers of the second pylon!
Do I still have a sniper? Yes, and it's out of ammo. Damn it. It's my carbine. Ow. Probably better if I didn't have to do range. Back. They're getting less and less generous with the checkpoints.
Look sharp! Target those sentry guns before they rain hell down on us! Sergeant Hale,
Sure.
terminate those grinning buggers of the second pylon!
Trying not to fall into a grisly death.
That's it! Now shut them down at that third pylon! Saunders, status of each squad! Sir, perfect timing.
Oh my god.
Kids are also secure. Enemy
That's not
reinforcements are cut off. Roger that.
Like
Let's
them.
mop up the stragglers!
Just push him off. No, not that's again. Not that again. No. Very good, sir. Oh, I see. See. That ammo. right before the help. Isn't this fun, kiddos? Having a dandy of a time. Merry old England.
Look sharp! Target those sentry guns before they rain hell down on us! Sergeant Hale! Terminate those grinning buggers of the second pylon!
Why does it seem like my carbine is more powerful? But only like this.
That's it! Now shut them down at that third pylon! Saunders, status of H squad! Sir, perfect timing. Second tier tunnels are secure. Enemy reinforcements are cut off. Roger that. Let's mop up the stragglers.
I should think that that was 5. Get back. Good.
The final tunnel is right below your position. It's yours for the taking.
Can barely survive. Well, maybe this would have been a sub-boss level. Line me.
Single-handedly.
Here I go.
About 20 quid. That's the last of them. We'll get the Northern Command lads in here to find out what the hell they were digging for.
The Nottingham operation was a success. I sent the troops back to Southern Command for a well-earned rest. I was taking Hale to the Intelligence Division at Northern Command for debriefing. I radioed Northern Command on our approach. No response. As we landed, I could already sense the worst.
Just
The whole place was
reading some
deathly
literature.
silent.
There's no easy way out. There's no shortcut home. There's no easy way out.
Where's Hale?
Crap, snowed in again. How about knock before you go through the door, pal? Like zero room for cover here. Honestly. Oh, crap.
Sergeant Hale, the security systems are down. Our Chimeran specimens are vulnerable. You must restore power. The
I'm sorry, dear. The reception down here is horrible. It's rubbish. It's all rubbish. I'll say something like pigs here. What even was the grub on the menu today? Why do I feel like I've already played 3 other games who had troubles like this? Parasite Eve being one of them. Ouch. For a grenade, please. At least it didn't jump scare me like in Dead Space. There's something on the wall for me? Yeah, these definitely don't do as much damage as the carbine. Well, if it fully reloads my ammo between levels, I don't know this. Oh. Well, that's explaining a lot now. I'm really just not getting any extra points. Right? Unless there's any other, like, Easter eggs in these levels that I could, find and figure out. If I ever see that Brady guide out in the wild that I mentioned last time, I'll pick it up. Yep. There. Oh, there they are. Hey, folks. Bye, folks. See if there's anything else I can scavenge down here. Oi. Oh God! Why did I bother to look? Your ass will get that best. Yeah, well, now I know. Bloody Mary. Right? No, I came from the other way. jump scared this early in the game. Moving on. Alright, seriously, what fallout shelter is this place? I got the intel, I'm just kind of trying to get from point A to point B. Great. Spiders. There. Enough with the jump scares so soon. Please. Come up there, young man. Not as much interactivity with this world. Except here. Ordered. Great menu, fool. Yeah, I don't think that's on. Oh my god! Yeah, nope. 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 Yep, jump scares are full. Hold on. Jesus. Mother. Yeah, I'm in it. I'm in it for a long one now. Literally like a minute after I say no more jump scares. Okay. Gotta be something down here I can interact with. Go where the aliens are. Is that probably ending again? Okay.
I've been trying to radio hail since the cave-in.
Fuck me.
I knew how the Chimera had found Northern Command, and more importantly, I knew why. They were after what the convoy had been carrying in Manchester. It had been carefully sealed in a specimen tank in our research lab. We thought it would be unable to call the Chimera from within the tank. We were badly mistaken. There was no way to warn Hale of the danger he was in. If he opened that tank, the result could be disastrous. What was inside would either kill him or control him.
Secret, secret, I've got a secret. Secret, secret, I've got a secret. Oh, please don't freeze. Hey, guess what? My PS3 froze. And fucking test. Yeah, remember all those like 40 minutes ago, remember all those technical issues I was having? Well, guess what? Alright, I guess we're just preemptively taking our first break here while I go ahead and fix this because I have laundry to do. So give me a couple minutes and I'll see if I can get this back up in running order again. Okay, so exactly what I didn't want to have happen is happening now. To do something I'm very not happy about doing. I couldn't even turn off the system from the power button or the controller or anything. So I had to turn it off from the switch on the back of the console and then restart it now. And every time I do that, it brings it into system recovery mode like this, and it has to go through this process, which takes umpteen billion hours. But that actually gives me good time to segment into the two pickups that I've got, and I actually just got a message from the guy who's on one of my consoles. So, yesterday and today, again, just two small pickups. Well, one small, one major, kind of. Let's do the one from yesterday. While I was out frantically shopping, because I also had to buy stuff for myself for work, like new desk stuff or whatever. I was at Walmart. Every once in a while, I'll check the Switch game or the newer modern stuff, see if there's anything worthwhile. And in the $20 game pile, I did see something that kind of caught my eye. I was kind of waiting to get this on Steam because usually it's very rare that I buy new modern age games, let alone for Switch or whatever or modern consoles. But I figured for it was going for clearance for half off, and it was already half off from what it was going for regularly on Steam and all the other consoles now. So for $20, in the $20 game pile, I picked up the Spyro Reignited trilogy, the remasters of the three PS1 Spyro games. Again, yeah, normally I'm not really that big on remakes, remasters. I usually just prefer to play the originals. This was one that came out a good while ago. I want to say this is what 2018, 2019. But I believe this is still on a physical cart, as most all Switch games are. I did want to play this at some point because I do love Spyro. I love the first Spyro, and I played a little bit of 2 and 3, or at least the demos. But again, for $20, might as well just to add another thing to my collection. Also something to test out my Switch with on the setup because I haven't plugged out my Switch in a while. I'm supposed to be doing Splatfest with Adam this week. I haven't decided on a team for that. But so that's the minor thing. The major thing that I picked up today, the PS3 finally reboots. The major thing that I picked up today that just came out in the mail. I was actually supposed to get this yesterday, but does anybody remember last week where I mentioned during the halftime show stream that I wanted to get a new flash card for my Saturn? Well, it actually came way sooner than I expected. I kind of went on a bit of a fritz and a frenzy with my last paycheck. But anyways, I wanted to just get this out of the way, just to have the cart on hand. So I don't have to worry about that later. But like, I'll worry about getting the bigger SD card and everything. So literally nothing else that came in the box. It's actually a bit of a smaller packaging than what came with the N64 summer cart. It's like again, this was literally all you get. But yeah, just the cart, pretty much. All the details and everything were explained what this does during that stream. And again, this is just open source. Anybody can make one of these. Anybody can sell one of these. You can find these on Etsy or AliExpress. I just trusted Kaiko to do this for me because they were the guys who sold me my N64 summer card, which I've been getting good use out of, and my original PS2 free McBoot card. So the SD card is really tiny and really lodged in there. I haven't even pulled it out. Comes just with a very small one. Yeah. Imagine showing this picture to anybody 20 years ago. Imagine having 8 gigabytes at the palm of your pinky. Literally 8 gigabytes right there, folks. Oh, the future we live in. So yeah, I haven't plugged this in yet because my Saturn right now is out of commission. Because the cable, the HDR cable, is being loaned out to what is leading to our next announcement. Get this back in without breaking anything, please. These are way too tiny. I'll configure this once I get my Saturn back up and running, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. Plus, I have to register that card and everything too. Yeah. So, yeah. Spyro and finally got my Sorrow cards. We'll play around with that. But my Saturn is out of commission right now because just an update actually even from today and right now during the break, my Game Gear is out of commission as well. It is being worked on because I'm trying to get the TV outboard modded, or better modded as they could say. Because when I got it back from the guy who modded it for me, it really felt like it was like his first time modding this board onto the thing. Because, well, lo and behold, what I found out today, pretty much the board mod that he did was unfinished. I noticed something was wrong with it because the composite side of it was fizzing out, and it wouldn't even take in the component. So I sent it over to Scooty, a guy that I usually play Halo with on Thursdays. The guy who bought it and upgraded my Xbox for me. I sent it over to him because he had the same board on his Game Gear that he was working on. We went back and forth with this for a few weeks. If anybody was watching those Halo streams, so he sent me some diagnostics today, and apparently the composite signal was the only signal that was running to the plug in the back of the Game Gear, and it wasn't even wired in the right way. Like, not only was it wired wrong, it was just pretty much wired incomplete. He only did like half the job. So all that much that I paid for the Game Gear mod, um, I mean, two out of three were fine. Like it got recapped, or at least I hoped it did. New screen was put in, which was a big one. Haven't tested out the battery because they usually just put it with the AC adapter, but the big one that I wanted wasn't finished enough. So I'm pretty much not going to go back to this guy who modded my Game Gear for me. If it was his first mod that or his first time doing this mod, then but other than that, no, I'd rather just somebody else. Had I known Scooty was doing this the whole time, I would have just started with him. So, but yeah, so he's fixing up the board for that, testing it out with the HD Retrovision cable that I use for both my Saturn and my Game Gear. To try that out. But the other thing, nah, no. So yeah, I'm just in talks with him right now. See if I can get that fixed up and sent back to me as soon. And once that happens, I didn't send him this to test it with, but once that happens, I've got this to put to good use finally. The Game Gear EverDrive that I've kept on for long enough. I have the SD card. I have the SD card in here in that little hole here. It's all modded. It's all ready to go. It's all configured and everything. I've been itching to get my Game Gear up and running on stream for pretty much this entire year now, but it's been a lot of setbacks, mostly due to time and finances. Don't even know what I'm paying Scooty to get this back. Okay, now that that's all said, let's get back to our game once and for all. I'm gonna put a damper in progress tonight, but actually since that happened, because I was technically playing off the burned copy onto the hard drive. Just out of safety precautions, I think we're just gonna play it on the Blu-ray for the rest of the night. So maybe it's just that one level that didn't load in right. I don't want to test it now because I've gone through too many technical difficulties today, both on and off work. So we're just gonna play off the disc for tonight. Rest of the night. I'm not expecting to beat this game today either, so maybe like 1 or 2 more parts after this if we can get through another 3rd even levels. Wait. Okay. I'm going to drop me off where I last was, please. Okay.
I've been trying to radio Hale since the cave-in. I knew how the Chimera had found Northern Command, and more importantly, I knew why. They were after what the convoy had been carrying in Manchester. It had been carefully sealed in a specimen tank in our research lab. We thought it would be unable to call the Chimera from within the tank. We were badly mistaken. There was no way to warn
You know
Hale
what else I'm
that the
thinking
enemy was
about?
in. If he opened that
That's kind of
tank,
as a
the result
light
could
setup
be
again.
disastrous.
Despite
inside
all
would
the
either kill him
360s I've
or
had
control
come and
him.
go in my collection over the years, I mean, at one point I had like 5 360s, and only maybe one of those 5 have survived my Model E. At one point, out of all that, I've technically only ever had one other PS3. It was a flea market pickup that just picked up this flip and resell. The only time I ever even used it was one night for VCR stream night when I was testing out Blu-ray stuff. I think that was the night we watched Digi Carrot for the first time. I had the Blu-ray for that too. That was one of my first anime Blu-rays. Okay. But yeah, like I never intended to start, collecting PS3 consoles to link it up as a system like I do for the Xbox. That's that much more I do for the Xbox. Come this time next month, though, more surprises in store. Really hoping to gun for an Xbox One. If I can find a good deal. I know I've probably already discussed this earlier. The only kind of caveat I have with the Xbox One or buying an Xbox One is I want a 1 terabyte model currently. I don't want the 500 model. But there's a Halo 5 edition that is 1 terabyte from what I believe that I'd like to get, and that might be a little bit more. It might be anywhere from $50 bucks. I can find one in the box that's better. If not, I can probably box insert whatever. Test failed successfully. They're doing the duck and cover thing better than I'm doing here. But anyways, yeah, Xbox One. I think it's finally time for me to get into that library. Like as far as retro consoles go, now that I've got the Saturn Star card in hand, I can start working on that, and I've got the HDR cable for that. One by one, I'll start working on that. And that was, again, as I mentioned during the halftime show, that was going to be the focus on the side for like next season. That was going to be like the next console I wanted to get upgrades and stuff for. After I got the PS3 and 360 done. The only other thing I probably would have taken its place was Super Nintendo / Genesis, and I still can't decide which one I'm going to do first between those two. But like as far as more modern consoles, I'm not getting a PS5 or an Xbox Series, whatever, right now. Do I look like I'm made of money after all the money I just spent this past week on God knows what that I probably didn't need? But yeah, Xbox One, PS4 stuff is dirt cheap right now. Base console, you could probably get anywhere between 100 and 150 bucks. I know the PS4 has a better library than the Xbox One, but again, that's me getting the PS3 for the first time. Tell all. Yeah, back up and just recover. instead of having them just trail you. What am I doing? And I'm locked. Okay. I'm getting bored. I'm about to die. Yeah, or die. Cran. And I hate to do this to you guys, actually, the bathroom again. I know, everything's going absolutely perfect. I will be right back. What the hell is wrong today? Still not used to waking up so early for work anymore. Much as I absolutely do not miss working 3 to 11:30, or it was 11:30 to 8. Sleeping in those extra hours is really nice. At least I got to do stuff on my own time. Granted, you know, still being 5 feet away from my mother. Not done yet. This isn't going to be anything like Halo. I might as well get up close and personal and do some meleeing. And no, do not expect a VCR watch along with Cowboy Bebop anytime soon. I'd love to, but you obviously realize how expensive Cowboy Bebop tapes are. Like, gold mine status. Platinum mine, the single most expensive tape, even single releases. Box sets, 4 figures. 4 figures at the minimum. Honestly surprised we got any. You just released Cowboy Bebop. Alright, here again. Shut that door on me. Guys, there. I gotta haul ass. Come on! Ugh. Oh. I'm an idiot. Again. I can't do anything great today. See you later, Space Cow. Yeah, sure. Oh, this could have gone better. That kind of points. I do. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, thanks for the leg up, Nay. All those skill points just for nothing worthwhile. Raise your hand if you 100% at this game with all those skill points. Put your hand down. No, you didn't. Don't sit here and lie to me. Oh! Holy moly. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Anything so I don't have to sit through that. Please. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's my no. Christ on a Christopher cross. Get me the hell out of here.
I knew Hale would eventually find the map room. Everything we had learned about the Chimera in the past 2 decades was in there. We had maps of the Chimera invasion spreading through Russia, autopsy records of Chimera creatures, charts of the death tolls across Europe. These were numbers we didn't even disclose to our own soldiers. There were files that showed the progression of the Chimeran virus in humans. In over 6,000 cases, there were no records of any form of human resistance. There were also detailed schematics of our specimen tank.
No
and what was in
resistance?
it.
But
We call
what
them
happens when man
angels.
falls?
They're the most powerful of all the Chimera. We believe the angels control other forms of Chimera via some form of telepathy. For all I knew, this one was already controlling Hale.
Right. Alright, which one do you want me to sing? The Aerosmith song or the Shaggy song? You'll have to pay for both. Well, that's the thing that gave me space age, right? Reference. It's just so much easier to just blow the environment up around them. Please stop doing that. Leave the dog nothing. Yeah, okay. Still. Yeah, yada yada yada, T-Virus, Resident Evil, blow up Raccoon City. I've played through RE3 before. Did we ever get to the day where I have to play through RE5? Yes. Right. Yeah, there they were. Oh, North Wall. That's nice to know. So. Okay, so if I grab the intel but die, it'll still save. please. Wait there. Thank you. I looked at it and I just paused. So, all my other squad mates are going to be dead anyway. The safest doing the last one. Am I missing the point, or why did I have to go all the way from one end of this tunnel just to turn around and come back? Did I find something that would be it? A people answer. Oh, is there more intel in here? No, organs are done. Gray jacks. Reading is fun. Stay in school, kids. Knowledge is power. I would imagine I got that for collecting enough. And I imagine I get the rest of these for just collecting more of the intel. What am I doing? Ah, never mind, they're coming to me. Numbers for pulling off 20 here. Misfired. Oh, that's one surefire way to blow yourself up. Oh, okay, so... Right? Oh. Wasn't. Do all that shit again. Oy. One checkpoint per level. Maybe get up here. Which means this again. The umpteenth time. There's more. Always more. How did I do that? Sure. I need it. Embarrassing. I'm gonna have to get used to is being able to start early. I get all this extra time. How ironic. This must be the Burns department. The Burns. Try not to do Never mind. Alright, same shit again. Take 3. 3, throw the grenades. Go poorly. Oh, no. Yeah, I've seen this one before. It's a classic. At this point, I'm wondering if I'm just better off looking for it. What that mean? Our residents are trying to nap. Talk about weird science. Alright, what am I going to do? This is obviously boss fight time. Better give me a checkpoint. Yep. Hell no. Hell no, John boy. Please. Here. Thank you. Wait for him to get out. There's no other health coverage there. Damn it. Gonna be here a while. Get comfy. Are you fucking kidding me? God. Fuck. Staying back here.
Take them back from the tank! That thing gets out and all's lost!
It's time for Thomas to go. I feed him. Wait for it. Wait for it. Get the hell out of Dodge. Why? Finally, jeez. One second. And imagine going from giant enemy crab to giant enemy. What the fuck is that thing?
I'd almost given up hope of him surviving when I saw Hale coming up in the lift. I could tell from his face that he had found the angel. There was no point in asking. If he was alive, then the angel was dead. Hale was starting to show more effects of the conversion process. His movements had the unnatural quickness of the hybrids. Judging from the bullet holes in his uniform, he had acquired their healing capabilities as well. We had tracked the Chimera leaving Northern Command to a gorge in Somerset. Cartwright led a squad of soldiers after them. It had been
I don't
2
suppose we
hours
have time
since
for a
Hale
round of
reported
18
in.
anywhere around here,
Hale
right?
volunteered to go after them. I expected he would locate Cartwright. There was no way I could have imagined what else he would discover in that gorge.
Shit, boy. Damn it. Craving for cheese again. Roberts, where's the cheese?
Hale, find Cartwright's team. We have to know where the Chimera are coming from.
Okay. Where are we? Are we halfway through the game at this point? I'd like to get at least, you know, third away. That's possible. Oh, baby. What has God given me today? An LMG. You gave me a minigun. Oh, these fucking... Man, is it a... Man, no, 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 not you again. Bad again. Hell no, boy. Heal. Oh, come on. Cut this over a pint. My best two guns in this game so far have been this one and my carbine. They're shooting through the walls. What they're doing? Yeah, they are. They can shoot through walls. Ugh. Cheap ass your way out of this job. He got knocked down, but he got back up again. Never gonna let him go. How goes it? I'd be lying if I said it was steady. Technical issues have plagued me literally all day. On and off work. Went on that huge spiel about the HDMI box that I bought that wasn't giving me audio to one of both sources, and then I got the... Like, I could get the video from the HDMI, but I couldn't get the audio. I was using... I still have it with me. Just put it away. No, that was like this cable I was using for my... God, get out. This cable I was using, like, this was going into the output end on the HDMI port, and then these both ports, one was going to the TV, and then one was going to the capture card. But, like, when I had both of them in on this end, the audio wouldn't come out, so I unplugged one, and it worked on one end, but not the other. It was... It was a mess. I mean, I got it fixed for now, but... No promises what it'll be tomorrow. My setup is growing for the worse. Felt that. Nate was here yesterday giving me the bottom line about this one. You obviously remember when this came out. Do you know anybody who had a PS3 near launch who played this first? Because, like I'd imagine, out of the kind of pitiful launch lineup. It wasn't even just that. I mean, I have it going into, well, yeah, I know it has that, but, like, I have them going into my splitter boxes to get rid of the HDCP, but, like, the problem was the HDMI just wasn't splitting correctly, and I was looking for an HDMI splitter box that had, two outputs, or, like, yeah, two output ports, kind of like this. Like, I could put just one individual into the TV and then the other into the capture card instead of just having the one output be split that way. I thought that would be easier, but it's a mess. I've spent way too much over the last week. Yeah, who would have known that starting a new job would just be so expensive? It's definitely getting more difficult towards the end. I'm definitely dying for on Monday when I was... What the hell? They're all up there! Yes, what am I doing? What the hell are they all shooting at? How did I get behind them? Why aren't they coming up here? Ugh, I hate that hedgehog. Oh, that... Yeah, I was talking about this game trying to be a quote-unquote Halo killer. Honestly, I have to give that title more over to Killzone than this one. But yeah, everybody wanted to be the next Halo, and many tried. You to none succeeded. Hard to believe Halo 3 wasn't even out yet by this point. Did I get some CQC in or no? Oh, wait, my guys are up there. That's why they're... That's why they were aiming. So I just kind of came into the back now. Right? In the house with Joe. Hello. Goodbye. Cheers, love. Trumpet and all that. Oh. At least they gave me a check. Yeah, just because it's a quote-unquote more modern shooter with aliens in it doesn't automatically mean it's a Halo clone. Again, likewise, the only other game/FPS worthwhile playing at the PS3 launch was COD 3. From what everybody remembers, COD 3 was a huge downgrade over COD 2. Get a bottle, get a bottle. Now that that's done. Aww.
Come on, we gotta move.
Give it a moment.
Cartwright was the best soldier in my command.
And when you have to
Nothing
come
got
back and you have
past
to
him.
bury your mum.
He must have known Hale was infected when they first met in Nottingham.
Oh, little buggers.
Fortunately,
You
Cartwright
gotta be
never
good
cared
at
too much
driving
about
now.
the small stuff.
Despite what we just said about Halo, there's no shame in copying the Warthog either. For sure, every dev who looked at Halo said, "Hey, this game's Warthog run segment is kind of cool. Why don't we just copy off of that?" Oh, wait till they see the Warthog run segment at 3.
The Chimera that gutted Northern Command came from this gorge. We're going to find just what hole they crawled out of, so we might marshal a little retribution.
Perfect. This thing doesn't have GPS on it. What the hell? I just played ODST like literally last month, and this was 1-for-1 one of them. And there's Shane's. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, can I at least run over them like I usually do in Halo multiplayer? These are just do vehicular manslaughter. Get all the ones on the outside. No, never mind. I'll let you. Lure them outside. Can I get out of this thing? I can. Okay. Going with my AI CPU is kind of an idiot. I love when they get run over the fucking ragdolling. I've been itching to play Pain on this console for so long. I want to see what Pain's all about. Here's a bit of a nutty question. If we're in Europe right now, why am I driving on the left side? They usually have the steering wheel on the passenger seat. Passenger side over there. Same in Japan. Idiot.
The controls must be inside that structure. Look inside that bunker for the gate controls.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go up there empty-handed, right? All according to switch controls. There. Maybe it's a switch in one of the rooms. You, what are you firing at? Drew, you probably already know this, but would you believe that the guys who did this were the same guys who made Ratchet and Clank? Pyro. Speaking of which, I'll show it off again. I did get some 2 pickups in. I'm on talks with another guy right now about one of my other ones in the shop. Oh, God. Didn't even get it time to rest and check yourself. Off up out of nowhere.
The gate is opened. Let's get on through.
Keep your back up, pal. Gate where? Apocalypse wet. Yeah, they clearly just ripped this level off of one of the Halo bolts. There's no shame in doing it.
Another gate. You know what to do.
Do I? Any of us know what we're doing here? The more I can lure out, thought I heard me, Mom. Had enough distractions. Take it, he has invincibility. Please. How are you not dead? How many more? What the hell is that? Why don't I like it?
Where did you learn to drive?
Don't say it.
Have you been drinking? You are! You're very pissed!
In more ways than one, thank you very little.
More of them!
Okay. Gotta be less one, right? Oh, London Bridge is down again.
We've covered out here. Let's get past that fence.
The
A
Chimera
good
tend
dull
to
moment
establish
out on the green,
themselves near
lads.
large population centers. Their presence in a remote region like Somerset was highly unusual. The gorge was filled with factories that built stalkers and dropships, but we had seen those before. Deeper into the gorge, the Chimera were hiding something far more alarming.
Let's see where I am. Yeah. Okay. Just see where I was.
We'll find the Chimeran base faster if we split up. Take the other path. Give a shout if you find anything out of the ordinary.
Let's give it maybe...
Or should I say when you find anything?
3 or 4 more levels, and then we can finish up the rest on Friday. I can get a third out of each segment. So far, no general complaints. I mean, all the difficulty. I'm just playing this on, like, normal difficulty, by the way. Gradually, I would imagine it would have gotten more difficult as time went on. There's nothing really home to write about that, you know, obviously, like, scapegoat comparison is Halo, but, like, nothing it does to make it itself compared to, you know, like, what Halo already does better. I guess, you know, one first. It is interesting, though, to see that this is what, Insomniac was doing during the PS3 era. After Spyro, well, they were also doing, Ratchet and Clank. They were doing Ratchet and Clank Future on the, side after this. How many games were that on PS3? Like, 3 or 4? There was 4 on PS3. That was the first one, Going Commando, Up Your Arsenal, and then Deadlock. Sure. And I don't know where the Future saga begins and ends. Like, Insomniac was pretty much the only one of the main companies from like the PS1 era doing more than one franchise IP at this time too. Naughty Dog moved on to well, they were doing Last of Us, but oh, I'm stupid. How much did this yesterday? Uncharted. Yeah, so they were doing 3 Uncharteds before they went on to Last of Us. That was after Jack Factor. Just trying to pinpoint what's in chronological order. Sucker Punch moved on from Sly Cooper to, I want to say, Infamous? Who did the Infamous games? That was indeed Sucker Punch. So, and then there was Sly 4 on PS3, which you really liked. Understandable. Understandable. Have a day. Yeah, I also want that one. Well, at least Jack and Daxter got a trilogy release, so did Sly Cooper. But again, oh, yeah, speaking of, if you're still there, if you didn't see what I, picked up over the last couple of days. I got this yesterday. I was, out shopping for stuff at Walmart. It was, $20 on clearance. I got the, Spyro Remaster Trilogy on, Switch. Again, it was $20. I wanted to buy it. It was already half off from all the other things, so, you know, on the topic of, Insomniac games and whatnot, trilogies. And then the second big thing, remember last week, or when I had my halftime show, I mentioned, the next thing I wanted to get was a Saru card for the Saturn. Just came in the mail today. 8GB card to start on that. I'm not going to be able to configure it right now because my Saturn is out of commission because Scooty, the guy who did my Xbox, is working on fixing the the TV outboard for that too. I'm in talks with him right now if he can get back to me. And I load him the HD Retrovision cable that I use for my Saturn. It was also compatible with the Game Gear too. I feel like it hop the fence. I have to go the way they want me to. They're two. Yep. Please. What the hell did I just pick up? This is a grenade launcher. Oh, it... Where are you before I die again? doing this. What the hell did I go? This thing. It's a ball of dough. Okay, I got the explosive donut maker. Gross. Time to make the donuts, kids.
We must be getting close to the source of these bastards. They're certainly getting more spirited.
Back. Not fair that I can shoot through walls with those things. No, not that again. Shit. Where am I? Yeah, I should probably. Oh shit, you again. Yeah, sir, I've been jump scared once, maybe twice today. Yeah, when they happen. I should be jump scared by a 20-year-old game like this. Wait until I play Condemned Criminal Origins on 360. I decided to give that a shot. I know what FB likes that game. What am I doing here? No. Ugh. For reason these things scare me a little bit more than the flood in Halo. Just the way that they move. What am I looking for? Bono, help me out. I haven't found what I'm looking for.
Let me see all the fun stuff over here.
Yeah, where is here, per se? Oh. Still laddie. I am being shot at. In places I do not want to be shot at. I am going to die. Fuck. Again. Is this the beginning of the level? God damn it. Okay, all that shit. Okay. Yeah, unlike Halo, this game is way less generous with mechanics, especially by now. Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna have to cram through it. Swiper doesn't swipe me again.
We must be getting close to the source of these bastards. They're certainly getting more spirited.
Reload. Arnar. Revolve them. Good thing. I've died in very stupid ways in this playthrough, especially like not docking off any points because of this sort of the quote-unquote artificial difficulty. It's just me being stupid. Guys. Oh my god. Ugh. Please! Ugh, it's the one time in the game I have to do that. Several times over. Ugh. Stick back. Get out of here. Please, have more checkpoints. Keep doing the same shit over and over again. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what the hell's back here? Oh, just the intel. That's it. Guess that's how they tell their kids apart. I usually just go by last name. Why is this one beeping at Morris? So there was nothing here other than it. And more of these guys. I've had enough. Get through however many we can before midnight.
We must be getting close to the source of these bastards. Certainly getting more spirited.
How long have we been on this level? Yeah, speaking of piss. Odds might be severely not good.
Are you all right? Yeah, fine.
Yeah, I couldn't make this kind of filter for my stream if I tried. Fucking finally, I don't have to go for that for the upkeep
Down
time
here!
again.
Follow me, Hale! Come on, Hale! Let's get out of here!
Yeah. Bloody hell did you go? Yeah, it'll
After you, Sergeant.
be a hoot and a holler if I ever decide to play through Gears of War. Even more shit this filtered. Mind you, I'm doing this one solo too. Yeah, I'm leaking so much cash right now, I don't even have money for beer. The cruel fate I put myself in. I just tried to use more focus. Okay. I'm going to give it maybe like 2 or 3 more levels tonight, but I might have to if I have to replay segments like I did just now. Oh, now they're giving me checkpoints?
Mines! Honestly, I'd rather do my principle.
Probably a little too late to ask this, but I imagine there's only one thing for this game, right? I'm asking because, like, of all the skill points that you get, like, it doesn't have to really unlock anything special
Hale
at the
and
end.
Cartwright had discovered the key to the entire Chimeran strategy.
I'm not
The
100% in
tower
this
they
game on the
found
first
had
go.
not been constructed. It had been excavated. That single fact changed everything we knew about the Chimera. Leaving Somerset, they must have noticed the power conduits radiating from the tower behind them. We believe this discovery is what inspired Hale's fateful actions later that day. The drive to Southern Command would have taken at least an hour. Time enough for the Chimera to launch a strike force.
I think I have enough in me for one more mission.
I'll handle the stalkers. You get to the base. We have to make sure everyone gets out.
He is. Again, I'm starting to stop the stupidest way possible. Wide open target. Yeah. Great. Great. I was thinking right ahead. Know what to do with. Oh! Come on, man. Come on, that wasn't funny. Really? Maybe I'm just tired, but I just want to finish up one more button and get out of here. Ugh. I had the extra effort, I would just make a compilation of all the stupidest ways I've died in this game so far. Not following that again. Hey, sir, I want some more. Not. Duck, man. They're not fucking around. Oh, those things again from World of Worlds. So that's
They're coming through the gate!
why do I keep opening my mouth? Please. At this point, I'm halfway through. I'm finishing this game hell in high water. Man, is this gonna make me annoying. One shot. This is good. Great, yeah, don't get paid to sing. Boiled war. Don't do what you usually do. I'll throw myself under the bus again, even when it comes to FPS like these. I'm always more offense than defense. I never know when to duck for cover when I need to. What's the point? Again. Come on, man. We have to work this. Yeah, no, this is getting close. Do one more one. Alright, well, plan C, I guess. My idiot teammates do most of the work for me.
They're coming through the gate!
Get back. Okay, now I'm talking points. This isn't even me to be bad anymore. This is ridiculous. Alright.
They're coming through the gate!
Shoot, and then get blown away. Okay, time to get killed by the very next thing. And now there's a checkpoint. Of course there is. When you need it most, it's never there. When I need it least. Well, at least there was a checkpoint right there. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough get past. Last. The easy way. Hard. Get it. Are you kidding me? Really? Hey. Alright. That's one. There we go. All that for... of course. Warriors. Right, I'll clear the way a little bit.
Captain Mitchell, Chimera have reached the hangar. I need all the men you can spare. Roger, Command. Conroy, we'll hold them off out here. Get to the hangar. We can't afford to lose
Get to the hangar.
Roger that. Hale, meet me outside the north entrance.
Yeah. For anybody who's seen the movie War of the Worlds, can you just imagine how this is actually how it went? For better intended purposes. More if you are there.
The buggers are closing the blast doors.
You covered! Get inside!
Done? Done. My goodness, my
The soldiers
goodness,
fought
what
off
a
the worst
set.
of the attack on the northern entrance, but we then faced a great
Oh.
The Chimera had infiltrated the hangar on the south side.
Ah.
If we didn't get the planes out safely, then all
Yeah,
would
that's
truly be lost.
enough I can take for one night.
To the hangar! Make sure all the transports get out!
Where did we end up? We're on level 19, I think. Yeah. 19 out of 29 or 30. So fell a little short of what I wanted to do today, but we have better time on Friday. We'll finish it off then. I am done. I am sick of technical issues. we will come back to this on Friday.
Then pray he's enough. On every star in the sky, Captain.
Menu. I was actually playing off the disc for the second half because my PS3 was imploding earlier. I'm not that mad, honestly. I mean, that's just the general standard way of how a game should go. It should get harder over time until you get to the final boss. But man, that was too much bullshit that I had to do so much of that all over again. That please. That much for what happened today. Yeah, that was. Okay, and sleep time. Okay. Yeah, we'll finish this off on Friday, hopefully. Um Tomorrow night is the Halo 2 weekly. I'm gonna meet up with Scooty again if he's there. See how the Game Gear progress is going. Just kind of get an update from there. This Saturday, if um if I can stream, I'll do it in the morning slash afternoon. Because Dan wants to do a Splatfest with me. I need to get that up and running, and then yeah, your usual. We're on to our last 2 weeks of Slayer's next season 2, so that'll be next Sunday and the following Sunday, and then that's the end of that. But yeah, normal standard week again. Yeah, don't have anything else to report. We'll be back tomorrow for some Halo, and then we'll finish this off on Friday. I know exactly who I want to raid. I'm pretty sure I raided this guy yesterday, but we'll do it again because, oh my god, the game he is playing is insane. Alright. I'll stay just for a little bit, but then I have to go to bed because back to being an adult again for the first time in who knows how long. Alright, take care, folks. Good night. I me bloody hell.